I'm going to be doing this Sugar Skull Day of the Dead look, and half Day of the Dead, half glam. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, please stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy. So first thing I'm going to be doing is dividing my face in half. This is a beautiful tradition and I absolutely adore it. I think that celebrating loved ones and having a special day to just remember all the people that you've lost and that have touched your life is just an amazing tradition. And by no means do I want to disrespect that tradition by doing this look. I just honestly love it. It's beautiful. So celebrate it. Wigs are hot. That's all I gotta say. I'm going to mix shade 3.25 of the Urban Decay All Nighter and shade 25 of the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Foundation. I'm using my Maybelline Age Rewind as my concealer today, under eye concealer. And I'm just setting that with my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. I'm going in with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre and priming the lid. Alright, and you want to dust over that entire lid area after you've put your primer on, whatever primer you're using. It helps your eyeshadows blend out. This one right here. This is my first time playing with this palette, so you'll see how I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and go off camera to do my brows. Out of sheer habit, I started doing this brow and was like, wait, what am I doing? I don't need to do that brow. Just do one brow. Don't do both brows. No point, because we're gonna cover it up anyway. I'm gonna go in with Toffee right here and apply that just as my transition shade. Now I'm gonna go in with Maple, which is a darker tan shade, and just lightly apply that in the crease. I'm gonna put this really light color and just lightly pat it right here on the lid to clean up. I want a little bit of a cut crease, but not a super defined cut crease, if that makes any sense. And there you go. Super easy eye. Easy peasy. I like it. I'm going to smoke out my lash line a little bit. I'm going to be putting on false eyelashes, and so I want a little bit bolder around the eye area. I'm going to be adding some blush in shade Exposed by Tarte. And this is a Tarte highlight that I just got. It's Exposed also, but it's the Exposed highlight. It's so weird just doing half of your face. Alright, so enough with the regular old everyday routine makeup. Let's get on to the fun stuff. This combination I swear by. So get the Rimmel 25-Hour Lasting Finish Foundation. I get it in the lightest shade they have, which is 91 Light Ivory. And then you want to get just the 99-cent or 98-cent cream makeup. Mix these together and you'll see what's gonna happen. You get the palest white shade, but because you're using a foundation with it, it lasts all night. This combination, I'm telling you. I apply it with a sponge and stipple it on, and then I set it with my Ben Nye Super White on this side, but before I got that, I just used a clear translucent setting powder, and that works just as good. So I just take an old plate that I use for all of my Halloween makeup, and see I have some foundation in there and a little bit of the white, and I'll just start mixing those together, and if I need to add more white, I will. So I'm gonna just start applying that. And I'm gonna try to keep it as close to the side as I can, because I can always touch up the foundation later. It's not a big deal, but it's easier if you can just not have to do that. Attractive, huh? Should I just go like this? This will be good, right? I'm gonna get some of this Ben Nye Super White and put it in the lid and just start tapping that. You wanna make sure that you're not wiping. You don't wanna take any of this foundation off. So you just wanna lightly start tapping that to set it. I'm not worried about my eye area because we're just gonna color that in anyway. Okay, so very, very carefully, we're going to draw a black line dividing the two halves of our face. Let's see. I am using just inexpensive. This is Master Precise Skinny. It's a gel pencil by Maybelline in shade Defining Black 210. But looks like this, hot pink, and it is waterproof, lasts a long time, and it's got this really tiny little guy on it. Wish me luck. So using that same gel pencil, I'm just gonna sketch out where I want the nose to be and then fill it in. All right, so now we're gonna start adding details. I'm gonna start with the eye. Any of the little squigglies I add, I don't wanna misjudge where I want them. I want the bigger pieces done first. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm gonna set my nose, taking just a little flat shader brush with some matte black eyeshadow. You can use anything. You don't even have to do it. I just like the nose to be matte. This baby ain't budging. Set everything, and it ain't going nowhere. Well, you can rub your face and then that's on you, but otherwise it's not going nowhere. Little trick that I like to do, I'm gonna go around first with just my NYX Milk white pencil. That way if I do mess up or I don't like where I put the line, it's not a big deal because it's white and my face is white, so we're good to go. I'm gonna start right at the eyebrow because I want that to be where it starts, and draw it right into that socket, and just try to follow where your natural eye bag area is, and then we're just going to bring that around and connect it. Again, going in with that same gel, and I'm just going to trace that line the same way I did with the white. Trying to just cover up all of my eyebrow, mostly with the black. Now before this dries, take a stiff shader brush and just start blending out the edges of that black. Okay, now I'm going to take that little flat packing brush and go in with my matte black again and just pat that right along that outer edge. Like Gumby over here. I'm trying to see what I'm doing and I'm trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Whew, that is not easy. So I'm gonna take a fluffy shader brush and I'm gonna run that right along the inner edge where we just placed that black, just to blend that out a little bit. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Electric palette. Okay, I'm gonna first go in with Chaos, which is more of a purpley blue, and it's a lot brighter than the others. And I'm going to pack that right along the edge of where we have the black. I'm going for a nice gradient. I'm going to use a little bit stiffer of this is an e.l.f. contour brush to get around the eye socket area. Alright, and take that fluffy shader brush and just go around that to blend those two colors together. I'm always going in this direction because I don't want my eyebrow hair to come back up because we've pasted it down there with those eyeliners. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Gonzo, which is a much more of an electric blue, I would call it. And just repeating the same process, putting that right at the line of that first blue that we started, so we get that really nice gradient. Party, party! I'm going to go in with Fringe, which has more of a shimmer shade to it, and put that right on the lid. Alright, and once you've got that packed on, you just want to go in with your fluffy blending brush. Fluffy blending brush. And blend those colors together. Petal time. Okay, since I did such a dark blue eye, I'm going to go with pink petals. If you have a brush that is shaped like the top of the petal, the easiest way I find to do this is to actually just take the product and push like that, and do that all around your eye. easier to go and trace with your black liner around those instead of doing the liner first, which a lot of people do, and then fill it in. I like doing it this way. I find it easier to keep my petals more consistent shape and size this way. Now, I actually like it just like this. You could leave it like that. I'm gonna go in and trace it out though. And then my petals are already all filled in. Ta-da! Feeling it. All right, taking this black liner that I've been drawing all over my face with, I'm gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna do the inner rim. Okay, I'm gonna go in with some of that Chaos, which was that first blue that we used on the outer edge, and just use that to carve out where I want my cheekbone to be. And lightly start blending that into the cheek area. I'm going in with my Ben Nye again. I'm gonna get a little bit more of that because I want this to be more faded. So I'm just gonna put that right there and blend up into that blue. All right, taking whatever's on my brush and I'm just gonna blend that out around the hairline. I wanna tie those two colors in together. I'm just trying to focus it on where we want those darker areas. Mouth. I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. liquid liner for this. It's got more of a bendy tip, so it'll be a little bit easier. Try not to talk till it's dry. Don't talk till it's dry. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of that pink color and tap that just right on the inner lip line. This is gonna do two things. It's gonna help that not come off because the powder's setting that and protecting it, and it's gonna look cute. Okay, this is the scariest part to me. It's so scary. Okay, doing a half heart, and really just go in and start drawing your squiggles. The biggest tip I can have with this is to commit. Just, if you start drawing, commit. Here for me this gets tricky because I have my birthmark, so I actually try to swirl on top of my birthmark to help better camouflage it. I'm going to take that hot pink color again because I want to tie in that color down here, and just lightly tapping that in the flower. So I decided to go in with a lime green. And I'm just gonna start. I'm so sorry about that. So my camera died, my camera battery died. So I went ahead and put on my false eyelashes, which I was gonna do off camera anyway. And I just took some of those greens from the electric palette and just shadowed in around. Now I have all these little shimmery jewels I'm gonna be adding in around the petals. So I'm just taking my Duo lash glue and dotting it around the petals, and then I will go back in and place the jewels. Okay, so I added my jewels. Gives it a little extra pop, which is always good. I am going to go ahead and do my lip. I'm going to do a red lip on this side, I think. All right, and just finish off this look with some flowers. You can do a whole crown or just a half since you are only half a sugar skull. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and please let me know if you want to see more Halloween looks. Thank you. Have a wonderful Halloween.